is my slam time. Gonna bust up your behind. This is my slam time. Gonna mess up your whole mind. This is my slam time. Gonna bust up your behind. This is my slam time. Gonna mess up your whole mind.
Hello EWA fans! Been a minute. If you don't know my voice, you're obviously not an existing EWA fan, you're a new EWA fan. Welcome, welcome. My name is Mikey Beza and I am the play-by-play commentator for EWA. Also one of the admins who run the group and organise the match cards and blah blah blah, but you don't care about that. You care about what comes on to this here YouTube, which recently has been not a great deal, if we're being honest, hasn't it? And I apologise for that, because I'm also the video editor. So that's on me, I apologise. Been an awful lot gone on with EWA. You know, we had the kerfuffle with WWE 2K20 being awful, and not knowing what to do with that. Then we relaunched, and honestly it just became very difficult to keep up with, and it ended up dropping off, and I'm not going to make any excuses for that. That's just what happened, you know. But I decided on my personal social medias and YouTube platforms and what have you that I want to get back to posting content daily for everyone. And I thought, let's bring EWA in with that. We're definitely bringing EWA back. EWA is not dead. EWA is also not named after AEW. We were here first. Just throwing that out there. Don't know why, but I am doing. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a channel update. I'm doing channel updates on my personal channels today. It's the 1st of January. It's the day of channel updates. And I thought I'd do one here because it's been a while since you guys have had any content whatsoever to watch. So what's going to be happening, because you may be aware WWE 2K22 is coming out sometime in March, supposedly, is the last we've heard at this stage. And we're very excited for that in EWA, because, you know, it'll be a good opportunity to have a nice fresh start, you know, a nice new game and what have you. But what's going to be happening in the meantime? Well, I decided it'd be really fun to take a big old trip down memory lane, and it's not going to be memories for a lot of you guys because you won't have seen a lot of it. It's stuff that never came onto YouTube. EWA has been running since, like, it was founded in late 2017. The first match card was probably put up in January 2018. That's like 4 years ago. Wow, that's 4 years ago. Anyway, yeah, that's in 4 years, which is wild to me. And we've always insisted that everyone record their matches, because the plan was always to put the matches on YouTube as a show, which we did briefly, and I thought was, not tooting my own horn here, but I was pretty proud of the videos that I edited together. Then me and Emir commentated them together, and I thought the commentary worked really well, and I just thought we were making a really good product, and I was really sad when I fell behind on it, because I felt like I was genuinely letting people down, because I thought people would genuinely be enjoying it. Which is a nice feeling, to have that genuine pride where you feel like other people will enjoy what you're doing. It's a really nice feeling. So, but I got way off track then. Basically, there's like 4 years worth of content, and you guys have seen like, what was it, 9 weeks? So there's a whole lot of stuff, and I thought it'd be really fun to take a trip down memory lane, maybe talk about the origins of EWA, how it came to be, but then also have some classic matches that never surfaced, or even some that did. Like, I think it'd be really interesting to see who was our first ever EWA champion, because, spoilers if you've never watched the show, on the show that went on YouTube, Drake Doobie was our first ever EWA champion, and massive congratulations to him. Everyone in EWA, all the other wrestlers, you know, the players and the management and everyone was so happy for him, because he super deserved it. But that was after a reset, when we decided we were going back to 2K19. We were like, let's start blank canvas, no champions, and build it all up for the YouTube audience to witness everything. So who was the first ever EWA champion? Well, wait and see. Hopefully we're going to have that match for you alongside many others. I don't even know if we got up to the point where we introduced a roulette title, but we have a roulette title in EWA where the matches are randomised. We literally spin a roulette wheel to decide the match type and the match participants, you know, the challenger or challengers, for the EWA Roulette title. It's a really unique concept. It leads to some really fun matches. We definitely want to show you some of that. Things like characters that you may know if you watch the series. We'd like to go back and watch the first match that they did in EWA. You know, that sort of thing. All these ideas, I think, are a really fun idea to pass some of the time. And when there's an update, we might get some of the management team together and you know, when I say an update, I mean an update from 2K about the state of WWE 2K22. I think it'd be fun to get some of the management team together and have a little bit of a chinwag, like a mini podcast, if you like, about what we now know and how that might shape the future of EWA, you know, when it does come back into fruition for 2K22. Also, anyone that's going to be keeping, like, because some of our guys are super attached to their wrestlers, they're creator wrestlers. So in the case of those people, they probably already know that they're going to be using the same guy on WWE 2K22. So we might use that as an opportunity to introduce you to some of the wrestlers ahead of time by using their 2K19 characters, which, you know, may have a few changes made to them for 2K22, but you'll get the underlying idea with the character, and you'll also get to meet the person behind the character, and maybe I'll have a chat with them and they can explain where the idea came from, what the character's about, blah blah blah. Show some entrances off, some finishing moves, you know, some of that kind of stuff. And it's all subject to change, because someone might have a character with an entrance in 2K19 and that entrance animation isn't even included in 2K22, so their entrance will obviously change. But that doesn't matter. You'll be getting the general gist of what these characters are like through a match history, through commentary, through interviews, through previews of the character, etc, etc. So I think that's going to be the plan, basically. At the moment, I've come up with the idea of doing Core Wednesday. Core being Create a Wrestler. I think in the games it's officially called Create a Superstar, but everyone refers to them as Cores. So Core Wednesday, because Core ends in W and Wednesday begins in W. And I have not run this name idea past anyone, so I'm looking forward to seeing what some people's reactions are. If you're watching this and you're a member of management or a member of EWA, I want you to let me know in the comments right now what you think of this name, because it's so overly contrived, but I love it. It's, now let me see if I can even say it. I've never tried saying it out loud. It's Vendredi. And Vendredi is the French for Friday, and I've shoehorned the word entrance in there in a French accent. Vendredi. Is that right? Vendredi. Yeah. And that is every Friday. We'll show you someone's entrance. Someone who's planning on using the same character in WWE 2K20. Let's just record their entrance on WWE 2K19 to show you a little bit what their character's like. You know, their entrance music, blah 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 blah. I think it could be fun. So I can't wait to see what people think of that name. But yeah, that's basically the gist of what we'll be doing. Now, if WWE 2K22 is due to drop sometime in March, first of all, that's quite vague. 1st of March and 31st of March are two very different release dates. You know, a whole month between them, you know, leaves the plan open to some interpretation. But that probably means we'll be starting posting match cards for people to get matches done in either April or May. Early April or early May, I would think, depending on where in March it falls. Somewhere between early April and early May will be the target for the first match card. Gives people time to recreate their wrestlers or create a new wrestler. Gives our excellent creation guy a chance to make the arenas, remake the belts, etc. It also gives people a chance to get used to the new control system, because we are led to believe there'll be a new control system. So get comfortable with the game to the point where they feel comfortable fighting other people online, and that being broadcast to the world on YouTube, you know, like, just, I feel like that's only fair to give people, you know, a month or so to get used to the game. Then it's probably going to be another couple of months, because what I like to do is have a little bit of a buffer of content, because it takes a while to edit these shows together. Takes a while sometimes to orchestrate being able to get together for an hour or two to record some commentary together as well. You know, it doesn't all just happen by magic. You know, we're all in different time zones and what have you. So I like to have a little buffer of like a couple of months. So realistically, the new content on WWE 2K22 is probably going to start coming to the channel, I would say June or July would be my estimate. Now, obviously, if the game gets delayed, then disaster for us, because like then that delays all of that as well. You know, we still need those same buffers in place. But I'm hoping, with how little goodwill they have with their fans, they are very determined to get this game out, working properly, bob on the money. On March the 1st is ideal for me, but at least committing to that March time frame, you know, would be great. So that's the plan going forward. So we're going to be doing like the trips down memory lane. By the way, there's even a dark title. There's 2 dark titles actually, because there's a dark tag title as well, which is called the dark title because it's not televised. It's, you know, dark matches in wrestling mean untelevised matches, usually on the beginning or end of a show. So we early on came up with the idea of having the dark title purely for something for people to fight over in between match cards, you know, because they don't just want to play one match a week, you know, they want to play the game and have fun, so we just put something online. Some of them have been recorded. It's not a rule that they have to be recorded, because obviously they're dark matches, but some did get recorded, mostly because people were like, oh, that was a fun match, management will pop for that they'll enjoy watching that. So we'll probably dig out some archives on dark matches wherever we can as well, which they've never even seen the light of day on the Facebook group, so even members, if they weren't involved in the match, won't have seen that before, so it's like super exclusive content. So that's just like a little taster of what's going to be coming up. I've kept you for long enough now. I appreciate you coming, tuning in, and listening to me. I appreciate all the support you guys gave us when we first launched the YouTube channel and started uploading the videos. I remember really looking. I used to premiere the videos, not because I particularly had time to sit and watch it back with you guys, a show that I'd already watched like 3 or 4 times in the editing process, but because it was so much fun to see the interaction and people genuinely enjoying it. I couldn't resist but want to be there. So I'm hoping we get a similar level of support once we come back. That would be amazing, but we're going to try and build to that by putting regular content out for you guys. Hopefully daily. I've made a little promise on my own behalf. This doesn't involve any other members of management. No one has to match this or any of that nonsense. But for every day I don't upload onto any of my socials, and by the way, because I do the editing on EWA, I include this channel as one of my socials, because I fundamentally do the uploading. I don't make all the content. I'm not involved in every match, but I upload everything. So it's mine in terms of responsibility, not in terms of possession, if that makes sense. So that includes here. So I'm going to be going for daily content if I can. And for every day that I don't upload to any platform that I am responsible for, it's £1 to charity at the end of the year. So there's an incentive for me to get content out to you guys, because I can't afford over $7.5 grand, which is what it works out if I missed everything. So you know, the less I miss, the better for me and the better for you. So everybody wins. I don't remember how I used to end episodes of EWA, so I'm going to be a bit self-indulgent here. I'm going to do my own personal YouTube outro here, and thank you all very much for watching or listening. Please do subscribe if you're new here, leave a like if you enjoyed this little chinwag and you're looking forward to what's coming. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to, and any other ideas for content to fill that gap before the game comes out and we can launch the brand proper. Always welcome in the comment section. Like, feel free. Like, I'm not promising we'll do every idea, but if you've got ideas, we'd love to hear them, because they're quite possible ideas we haven't thought of. But yeah, I've been Ibeza, or Mike Ibeza as I'm known on commentary in NWA. You've been amazing. I like to say that because you guys are what carries YouTube channels, and I will see you next time, probably with someone else helping me out.